welcome someone I'm very honored is here. It is Moroney, everybody. So nice to meet you. So glad we're here. I am not kidding. Thank you so much for coming. Of course. Truly, truly, truly.
I'm so excited.
We love to celebrate musicians here. And I'm just marveling over what you're doing with your life and your music and having it be also proven that you're on the right track with number ones and, you know, good signposts that go, okay, does it make you feel like you're on the right path? Because I'm sure there are a million things that tear at all of us with like, oh God, this, that, and the other. But when you see like a number one, does it go, okay, that's a relief?
Yeah, it does. It's hard to believe, honestly. It feels like, you know, this is my third album, and I feel like I've just kind of been chipping away, and, you know, little things happen over time where I'm like, wow, this is crazy, like the Am I OK tour. And then, like, to have a number one album, I'm like, oh, it must be working, because, like, all these, like, little wins become, like, a big win eventually, and then you wake up one day and you have the number one album, and it's like, when did that even happen?
And just to weirdly counterbalance it, do you ever remember a moment that was so low and so different that it didn't seem like you would ever get there, and how did you get yourself out of that?
Oh, yeah. That's definitely, I feel like being a creative, I'm sure you can sort of relate to it, like, it's very, like, subjective. Like, making art and doing, like, entertainment is, like, there's no numerical, I mean, charts and stuff, but, like, when you're on the grind and, like, on the way up the mountain, it's usually just like, well, I think this is good, and I think I'm doing a good job. But
it's a continued climb.
Yeah. And I remember it was, like, 2020. I had lived in Nashville for, like, 6 months, and I remember watching the CMA Awards alone at my apartment. And I, like, remember crying that night, and I was just like, this is, like, never gonna happen for me. And I hadn't written a good song in, like, 2 months, and I'm like, this sucks, maybe I should just move home. And my parents encouraged me to not do that, so.
Really? Yeah. It's so funny, we see the highs, but it's like, there is the times of the struggles, and when we think about the struggles, the highs to me seem so much more delicious.
Yeah, 100%. Like, when I think even, you know, to have my band and we're going into arenas this year, which is really exciting.
Oh my God, that's such a big deal.
I'm so excited.
There's a metric.
Yeah, but, like, my drummer and I went to the same high school, and then when we first started out, like, we were it started with a rental car. We didn't even have the church van with the U-Haul yet. And then we moved up to the church van and U-Haul, and then we were like, ayo, we have leg room. And then we moved up to a bandwagon, which is basically like a rock tumbler going down the road. If you hit a bump, you're gonna go through the ceiling, that didn't last too long, fortunately. And then next thing you know, there's like 14 of us on one bus, which to me now seems very not ideal. But at the time, it was like, oh my God, we have a bus driver, woo!
Yes, yes.
So like, I think if you're just getting introduced to my music, then you might think like, oh, this happened overnight. But to me, it feels like I've just slowly been chipping away. And the moments where you're like, oh my God, I just want to take a shower, when you're in the phase of like rental cars and church vans, it makes you appreciate even the bus showers sometimes that are really cold.
Yes. I'm so happy for you. I really am. And it is good to hear that. People, it can take a lifetime.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know. One thing I thought that was really interesting, because I know that here I have an intention, which is a lot of this reminds me of when I was younger and I started therapy. And I've heard that you want your concerts to be like group therapy, that they feel like that they function like that. Why did that become such an intention for you?
It actually, like, I started calling my concerts group therapy because every night it was like, okay, we're crying together, we're screaming together, we're angry together, we're in love together, and it's like in the 90 minutes or however long I'm on stage, we go through all these emotions together. And it's like, it doesn't matter if you don't know your neighbor, you're like hugging them, screaming with them. And it's interesting that you say that, because it's like when I started writing songs, I would have people ask me, like, does it ever scare you to be that vulnerable? And I'm like, It did at first, for sure, because I'm like, can I say this? But then once I started like putting out music that was super honest and just straight to the point, it made me realize that like, yeah, we all go through the same stuff, just like only a few of us are willing to talk about it. And if we start talking about it, you're like, wait, we all feel this way.
Out.
Yeah, and it makes, I think the most confident people are the most vulnerable.
I will double down on that because I also think that some of the happiest people are some of the absolute darkest, weirdest, have a side to them. Like, I am such a optimist, but it doesn't mean that I lack this, like, little bit of a rabid, rebellious animal in me. And I think we actually vandalized an ex-boyfriend's situation one time. Did you do that too? I did that. We'll be right back.